What is up and welcome back. If you are new here, I'm Cody Pratt, aka Random Hero. Now, what shouldn't you do for your tattoo session? It may seem like a little common sense, but yet it still happens. Let's talk about what not to do right now. Like other videos and other lists, I could go on and on about tattoo no-nos. But I got 3 things that can get extra annoying that some people just don't think about. So let's jump right in. Don't show up drinking or drunk. I have a video, I'll link it up here. Go watch that on why you shouldn't do this. But too many people think that it's okay to drink before or even drink during their tattoo, and that potentially being numb during this process will make it hurt less. But this is definitely not the case, because most times it can just make the client difficult to work with. People can be super talkative, which causes them to move a lot more if they talk with their hands. And some people generally just can't sit still when they're under the influence. And people make really bad decisions while drunk or drinking. And most shops normally do turn away people who are under the influence of drugs or alcohol, especially if it's really noticeable. But also, drinking alcohol can cause your blood to thin, which can cause you to bleed more, which could potentially lead to complications during the tattooing process. And to that effect, medicines like aspirin can thin your blood, so you can't avoid it. Try not to take any of those medications up to 24 hours before your tattoo appointment. Number 2, don't touch our station or your tattoo. When we set up for your tattoo, everything is sanitary. We wash our hands before and after and during, and we wear gloves. And most things that we use outside of our tattoo machine and our power supplies are single-use items. And the only things we touch are our instruments and you, which we wash continuously throughout the process with soap. And you are touching other things, whether it's playing on your phone or touching your water bottle, which you may have been keeping on the ground or on a surface that hasn't been sanitized. And now you go to touch our station or your tattoo, you are now potentially contaminating all that. And despite it being on you, your tattoo is an open wound, and touching it or whatever, especially without washing your hands, can potentially introduce germs to your tattoo. So keep your hands to yourself and don't touch our things without our permission. And stop touching your tattoo. It'll still be there when we're done. And then the third thing that you shouldn't do for your tattoo session, don't cancel last minute or just not show up. Things happen that are beyond anyone's control, and that's understandable. But in my experience, most times this is not the case. Scheduling mistakes happen, or something the client would rather do pops up, or the client just straight up forgets. These last minute cancellations or no call, no shows are specifically what drives the tattoo artist up a wall. Make sure you know and understand your artist's cancellation and rescheduling policy. For some artists, they require 24-hour advance notice, and some is 72 hours for canceling an appointment. And this information is especially important when your artist requires a non-refundable deposit to secure your appointment. So respect your time, respect your artist's time, and show up for your appointments. Now, a bonus thing to not do for your tattoo session, don't show up with a bunch of people. We get it, it may be your first time and you're really nervous and you want to bring a bunch of people to cheer you on. Or maybe you have a bunch of tattoos and you just roll deep, but it can get crowded in a tattoo shop. And the last thing you need is one of your buddies bumping into the artist while he's pulling a line or doing something and your tattoo is messed up. So most shops normally only allow up to 1 extra person back at the station while you're being tattooed. So keep those policies in mind. Let me know in the comments below what you think something not to do for a tattoo session is. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button and like this video. And you can always support the channel by hitting that subscribe button. And don't forget to click that bell for notifications when we come out with new tattoo and tattoo advice videos. As always, I'm Cody Pratt. Thanks for hanging out, and we'll see you in the next video.